Yo, what is going on, Raider Nation? It's your boy Small Raider back at it again with another video, and happy Sunday to each and every one of you guys. I know I was off all day yesterday. I actually had the day off to spend time with family, but that's besides the point. We are getting back to some Raider news and updates. Now, I know a lot of things haven't been going on the past couple of days. The Raiders haven't really went out and signed anybody huge, but you know what? I am looking forward to the second wave of free agency going into week 2. But I will be going over every single pick tonight. If you guys don't want to miss it, I'm going to be going live tonight with Raider Cody on my YouTube channel and on his YouTube channel. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to be going over every single pickup for the Raiders in week 1 and talk about it. So I hope to see you guys there. Again, before I get started with this video, I do want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys and all of the loyal subscribers that became exclusive members to my channel. I really do appreciate that, and it really does help out this channel. And if you guys are wondering how you guys can join the exclusive membership, then hit the join button down below right next to that subscribe button. So we do have a lot of things to talk about that happened in the past couple of days, and I will be addressing them in this video. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Without further ado, let's get started with the video.
And you tell them one thing, just win, baby.
So first things first, real quick, the Raiders are hosting offensive lineman Elijah Wilkinson. He recently played for the Broncos. I mean, he's all right. If we were to sign him, I think it would be a depth chart piece to this team. But I don't know whether the Raiders are going to sign him or not. He's going to come in for a visit. We do know that our offensive line does need some help. I mean, we're slowly but surely, building this offensive line back up. But like I said before, under Tom Cable, I do have a lot of trust in him to make this offensive line just as good as they were last year and years prior. So it looks like the Raiders have finally brought in a cornerback to help out their secondary. Nevin Lawson will be returning to the Raiders on a 1-year deal. Now, he's not the player that we were all wishing for, but I guess it's something, right? This will be Lawson's 3rd season with the Raiders. Most likely this move will provide depth in the secondary. Now we know that Lawson has experience, playing on the outside or on the inside as a slot corner, which is good for the Raiders. And in his time as a Raider, he's tallied 85 total tackles and 1 sack. Now the funny thing is, I read something on Twitter, fun fact, Nevin Lawson is the only DB for the Raiders that had a sack in the past 2 seasons, which is kind of crazy, but kind of sucks at the same time, which we know our defense needs to step up, especially in the secondary, but that's besides the point. Nevin Lawson is the 9th player that the Raiders actually re-signed this past offseason. Honestly, to me, I don't really care about this move so much. I thought it was meh. I was kind of questioning it at first, but looking back at it, it does provide depth in that secondary, and the fact that he could play both outside and inside, would be good for the team. And I'm not saying that he's going to be a starter whatsoever, but at this point right now, I do see Trayvon Mullen, Isaiah Johnson, and Damon Arnett starting on this defense, especially in the secondary. But hopefully he does something for this team. I mean, Raider Nation, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this was a good signing by the Raiders to bring back Nevin Lawson for 1 more year? Let me know down in the comments below. So in positive news, it seems like the NFL decided to be nice to Raiders for once. According to Josh Dubow, we are getting our 6th round pick back, which is good news for the Raiders. It's the 200th overall pick. Now the NFL initially stripped the Raiders of their 6th round pick due to COVID violations. In other words, Trent Brown's fat ass. Now, this is really good news for the Raiders because we now have 8 overall picks in the NFL draft going into 2021, which is more ammo for John Gruden and Mike Mayock. Now, hopefully, they don't fuck up all these picks like they have in the past couple of years, other than the 2019 draft. But last year's draft was kind of, it was meh. It was all right. But hopefully, going into 2021, going into this draft, we could address a lot of positions of need on the offense and the defensive side. Now, looking at all 8 of our picks, we have the 17th overall pick, the 48th overall pick, the 79th overall pick from the Arizona Cardinals, the 80th overall pick, which is cool because they have back-to-back picks in the 3rd round like we did last season, the 121st overall pick, the 162nd overall pick, and the 167th overall pick by the Seahawks, and last but not least, the 200th overall pick. Now, the Raiders really need to hit the jackpot in this year's NFL draft if we want to move forward and go into the playoffs. There's so many different names. There's so many different players that we could go out and get as well. There's a lot of depth at that offensive line position, which is why I think the Raiders, we're comfortable with letting go of a lot of players like Gabe Jackson, Rodney Hudson, Trent Brown, because they know there's a lot of depth in this NFL draft to, fill up those position of needs. And we also brought back players that are solid on our offensive line. So that is good for the Raiders. We also know that we need some help in the secondary, whether it's cornerback, whether it's safety, even another linebacker and more defensive line help. So like I said, I hope the Raiders knock this NFL draft out the park and get some players that could come in and provide a spark on our offense and defensive side. It's just funny to me me that the NFL actually wanted to be nice to the Raiders. Why can't they do that all the time, you know? Moving on to some other news, let's talk about Adoree Jackson and the possibility of him coming to the Raiders. Now, according to Mike Jones, the Raiders are one of the teams that express interest in Adoree Jackson. Now, Adoree does have meetings with the Eagles and the Giants, but if he does not get a contract there, then look for the Raiders to come in and swoop in and sign him to at least a 1-year deal. The Titans surprisingly released Jackson a couple of days ago. He's only 25 years old, and in his whole career, he's tallied 200 total tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, 33 pass deflections, and 3 forced fumbles. Now, Jackson has been a solid starter in his first 3 seasons, but last season, Jackson suffered a knee injury which caused him to miss 13 games. And he didn't play well when he did return. Jackson is still a solid young corner that could help out our defense, especially in the secondary. He's good against the run, and he's a good kick returner as well. Now, to me, I wouldn't mind bringing Adoree Jackson to the team, you know, on a 1-year deal and with a chance to get an extension in the future. Now, we know that there's no secret that the Raiders need help in the secondary. There's other guys that the Raiders have been linked to as well. If Adoree Jackson does sign with the Giants or the Eagles, other names that the Raiders have been linked to have been AJ Bouye, Richard Sherman, Casey Hayward, and Trey Boston. Now, I know another name that the Raider Nation has brought up as well in the past couple of days have been Earl Thomas, which I wouldn't mind bringing on Earl Thomas. Imagine going out and signing Richard Sherman and bringing in Earl Thomas.
My neck and my back.
Now, another guy that signed elsewhere is Anthony Harris. He signed a 1-year, $5 million contract. $5 million. That's it. I mean, I would have loved him on the Raiders. He would have been perfect on this defense. I do think that Earl Thomas is a guy that is really going under the radar and nobody's really talking about. So I feel like he could come on to this team for a 1-year veteran minimum, you know, play that safety position right next to Jonathan Abram. That'd be perfect for the team. And then if we brought in Richard Sherman, man, that just takes our team to another level. Richard Sherman is real knowledgeable on the defensive side, especially knowing Gus Bradley's system, man. It really would help. Now, the only thing that worries me about Richard Sherman is how much he's going to be commanding in money, because we've seen Patrick Peterson go to the Minnesota Vikings, I believe so, for a 1-year, $10 million contract. So I feel like Richard Sherman is going to be wanting somewhere around that. Now, the Raiders are sitting somewhere around $1 million according to Spot Track, which is not a lot of money. We do have to make a couple of cuts, a couple of moves to free up some more money to go out and get some guys like Richard Sherman or Earl Thomas or even AJ Bouye, or even getting in Casey Hayward or Trey Boston. Now, Trey Boston is a name that I wouldn't mind bringing onto this team for the cheap if we don't go out and get anybody else. But in that case, I would go out in the draft and still go and get somebody to come in and, you know, learn under these guys. So, Raider Nation, would you guys want to go out and sign Adoree Jackson? Let me know down in the comments below. If not, what other guys would you guys want to go out and get? Earl Thomas, Richard Sherman, AJ Bouye? The list goes on. Let me know. All right, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys today on this video so far. Again, like I said before, I will be going live tonight at 6 p.m. with Raider Cody. We're going to talk about all the free agency moves that the Raiders have made and just dissect each and every one of them. So be on the lookout for that, and I hope to see you guys there. If this is the first time you're watching my videos and you are a Raider fan and you love the Las Vegas Raiders, then hit that subscribe button and hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button. Until the next video, Raider Nation, or until tonight, this is your boy Samo Raider, and your boy is yeah.